Hey, welcome back. Okay, so I think we're doing just fine as Portugal. Um, I did get some feedback that, some folks are nitpicking how I managed my wars with Morocco or things of that nature. I just want to say that it's probably all legit and fair. There's people who are going to be way better at this game than I am. I don't think I've ever claimed that I am great at this. I just play this a lot. I mean, there's a difference between playing a game a lot versus being a superior human being, I guess. Excuse me. I don't always try to be the best. The question is am I having fun, and are you having fun, right? And a lot of the board games that I review, uh I don't have fun playing them. Awakening the Bear, Conflict of Heroes, I do not have fun playing that game. And it's funny because there's even people who are saying, well, if you're not having fun, then why are you recording videos? And I think that's the reason why I appreciate so much some of you who do interact with me in this channel is you think exactly the way I do, and you're so supportive of the fact that if I don't like something, then don't do it, Jeff. Well, that's the same deal here. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have fun doing, so therefore I don't want to do it. I have that combat game. I still want to do a video series, but every time I read that rule book, I want to die. Um, but anyways, EU4 is so much fun packaged in tiny little countries, and that's why I love this game. It has so many issues. If you really want to nitpick it, but it's a ton of fun. And here's the thing: I am not playing perfectly, but I'm still doing good or doing well. I guess got to get the English right there. And not only am I doing well, but I'm having fun doing it. So I still think I'm just one more away from not being able to play anymore, but it's okay. I picked Portugal, and Portugal is a tough country to dominate with. It's just a good, fun country to play. Okay, so with that said, we got a lot going on. We just selected a mission. I'm looking at this, and this is just a very expensive thing that I don't necessarily want to do yet, but we can get a new idea. So we are on the verge of getting royal absolutism, which is good, and it's going to raise our absolutism by zero point 0.1 a year. So remember that one thing that gave us 5 absolutism was huge, but the construction cost of minus 15% is the one that really makes it nice. So the first thing we're going to get is our manpower modifier is going to go up by 50%. That's insane. And right now we're at 19,350. Boom. And then we also unlock this, which is why I was talking about it. And now it's up to 29,000. So we just added a good solid 10, which makes sense. And so our manpower way, way higher. And that's always, always good because you need manpower to survive those wars, especially when France comes in with a 45 K stack to wipe you out. So I'm getting $2 a shot. The maintenance of the colonies is what's draining me. Remember, I went and built an extra colony above and beyond what I should, so I'm paying double price for that colony. So that's the biggest thing. And then, as you can see, the interest is hurting me, and I'm losing $3 in war reparations for 10 years, and that was my own doing. But I think overall that might be cheaper than the alternative of letting that battle play out. So Falklands has tobacco, which is actually um, a good resource, and I don't know what view I'm in that's causing me to get slashes here. But let's go to that view. And I'm going to go ahead and make this into a state since we now have both. This might be not very economical to do, but I like to do it because otherwise I forget to do it. Then we'll get it cored. So it's now considered to be a core part of Portugal. That's why I'm doing that. And I definitely want the settler increase, but I'm going to gain 1 corruption. So that sort of hurts. Okay, so the printing press is the next institution. So it just happened in 1550. So we of course created colonialism, and then boom, the next one came along, and you always got to keep up with the Joneses. So we went from colonialism, which we were, and now it's the printing press, which started up in Artois, which is not very far away. So we'll probably get some influence that heads our way from there, and we're already getting some in Lisboa, it looks like. All right, we got some coffee. So I think coffee is, we're not going to see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, look, that's $3. That's a really good price. Most of this stuff is what, 250? And then the tobacco, or as some of my relatives would say, tabacky. Tabacky, yeah, that's $3. So uh, you're starting to see some of these really nice goods. And we can actually check out a few. So, for example, oh, that's fish. Here we go. This one, spices, is usually really good. That's $3. So the fact that spices are at $3. Oh, there you go. Look at that one. Gems, 5. Oh my gosh. That is an amazeballs one. And of course, you don't know what there are until you colonize them. That's the interesting part about this game. All right, so thematically, I don't want to click on this one. Well, thematically, I guess I should, but I don't want to in my heart. You know what? Global tariffs plus 10% until April. So that's 50 years of extra tariffs. That is good money. I'm taking the money. Oh, how much I fall into the same traps of history. Because I'm sure that was their reasons back then, too. So, yeah, I'm still exploring. I don't want to create any more colonies because I'm already on the brink of losing money here. My army maintenance is down to nothing. My corruption is $1.80. I'm spending $1.80 a month to root out corruption. So, truce with Aragon ended. So we're going to come over here and, whoops. Issue an embargo. So right now they're at 31%, 47 power. And I've dropped them all the way down to 37. And a global settler increase of 30. I will take that. Holy buckets. And I just took a loan because somehow I'm losing money. I'm getting advisor maintenance, war reparations, state maintenance, rooting out corruption. Yeah. I'm just somehow making less money now. Well, that hurts. Exploration finished. There we go. We got a colony, so we should start making some good money now. because the colony maintenance is only $6 instead of 10. So I do have a colonist that's just sitting there doing nothing. One of the things I think I can do, for example, is if I, oh, not that one. If I click on this and let's try to assign a colonist to it. I don't think that's going to increase my maintenance, or at least I hope not. It did. Dang it. Did you see that? It popped it right back up to $10. So yeah, I gotta stop. I still want to get a circumnavigate thing going. The the colonists should, where are they? Down here. So I only got 2 of them active right now. This Belatung one, of course, is the one that I'm hoping for to do some circumnavigation. I'm getting 125 a year because I have all these bonuses and a couple of negative modifiers just because of where I'm going. But that one should be done very soon. And maybe if I can get one in the Pacific, then I should be able to circumnavigate without an issue. See if some trinkets will placate the natives. I'm going to gain the prestige. We got shipbuilding problems, but there we go. Clergy estate gains 10 influence. Or if I'm willing to spend a crack ton of money. I do need to spend the money. All right, so Belatung is done. And you can see 2 of 3 colonists available. I hate doing this, but what I want to do is I want to get out here so that way I can cross the Pacific fairly. And Hawaii is still too far away. But Wake Island is within reach. Or if I want to, I can come down here to Fiji. I'm going to go ahead and do Wake Island. All right. So with that being done, you can see my corruption's going up. But it's dropping by 0.27 every year because of the things I'm doing. So I think what I can do is give myself some money back. By rooting out corruption, I think I'm way too high. So see, I'm going to go down, down, down. And we're only paying a small amount of money. And you can see how much we're spending monthly, right? So I can spend 0 monthly and I'm going to get a change to corruption of minus 0.1. Even though it's at, well, it's actually currently at 0.04. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that just gave me a whole bunch of money back. Because I was paying a lot in corruption. Saxony, renewed loans. I got to get my loans paid off. That's no joke, but all right. So we finished exploring again. And I'm still wondering if I can try to circumnavigate. So let's try it. Where's our ships? Right here. So let's follow them, see what they do. They're supposed to circumnavigate. And you can see they're at 100%. And they're going to stay at 100%. They only go down when they're away from places that we... So right there, you can see it just dropped to 99. And then they're entering the region that would cause all kinds of problems. So, oh, this is not good. Treason against Portugal. Local unrest goes up. I'm just going to do this is unfortunate. And then we can get new technology. So let's do that. So trade efficiency is going to go up. Corruption going to go down even more. And our innovativeness goes up by 2. I will take that. And now we can do the brig. And I always forget which one the brig is. I believe the brig is the new Carrick. So, all right, and then this one's done. And we'll make them a core. All right, so the big thing here is, well, a couple big things. We got to pay off a loan. I need, oh my gosh, I need massive money to pay off this loan. We finished a colony, so I finally got rid of that extra colony. So let's figure this out. We got one there. We got one on the islands, and then I think I want to just keep. I want to keep taking South Africa here, or I can try to finish this off because from a trade power perspective, we are at the top. We actually should have gotten a merchant from that. I don't know why we didn't. We hit 53%. So if we go over to our subjects, you can see we got a merchant from South Africa. We didn't get one from here. You must have at least 51% of the province trade power. It says we're currently at 43.6%. So that says 53. So unless that's what it's saying right here, this number. Okay, well, let's get some more provinces going. And right there, you can see Castile took Po. So they're trying to be sneaky punks. And so they took that little island, like I said, and they're trying to hopscotch around. Now, yes, there's all of these territories like this one and these ones, but they are harder to take because look at the native aggressiveness. So I am trying to beat them to it, but they're just, you can't colonize the entire world. And I got a little scared here, but that's Vijaya. That's not Spain. And the fact that we got one all the way out here, we're way ahead of the pack. So we are doing well. It just, I'm trying to do weller. All right, we just finished another colony. And this is cranking out fast because of all those bonuses that we're getting to our colonists. But I'm going to keep going. This Portugal Brazil is our friend, and we're trying to get them as big as possible. And like I said, they will eventually start colonizing themselves once they get big enough and have enough power. And right here, you can see we're down to 20%, and we're at Hawaii, but they're heading to Portugal. Oh, we just lost a ship. We just lost 2 ships. So I'm going to let them heal up and see if it's going to finish the mission. And I'm going to have to replace those ships, which is going to hurt. Okay, Morocco's trying to spy on us. Let's see if he finishes the circumnavigate mission. Well, he's going to keep going. So I don't know if the fact that he had to stop there is penalizing us from the circumnavigate thing. So what you also learned is that even though I have something at Wake, this is too far apart. So I need like this little island here, Rapa Nui, which actually is available. So you need a little bit more. Circumnavigate is something I rarely do before another country because Portugal usually gets it. So you have to pretty much play as Portugal to get it. And as you can see, I don't play as Portugal that much because I don't know exactly when I can actually pull it off. And clearly, I was not able to pull it off with what I did. And now I'm going to have to pay for 2 warships, which is not going to be cheap. But yes, I'm going to select this. Manpower recovery spread is going to be greater. But this one here, the global settler increase of 15 is going to be awesome. And I want to pay off some debt. So let's do that. So we got rid of one of them, and that should help our interest drop from $1.50. And boom, we just got textile manufactory. Always good. And so let's pay attention here and see how much that interest drops by 50 cents. So now we're at $7 a month, and hopefully we can pay off these other loans relatively quick. And we didn't have to fire our advisors yet, which is also good. You can see the corruption is actually down to 0. So that part's really good, and we're not even spending any money to root out corruption. So Tetoan basically sent us a threat. I think that's over in Morocco. It's one of those little crappy countries. All right. I always take the extra base tax. I think it's, yeah, that's this little guy. I mean, is he really all by himself? It's a March of Morocco. So that means, I think if we try to declare war on it, it's going to, yeah, it's going to, well, Morocco will join. That's what that little hard-coded check mark is. And then these two would also join them, which is not good. And always pay attention, because look, they're going to bring Kong in, and Kong, I think, is all the way down in Africa. So then all of your Africa settlements will suddenly get taken over. And there you go. So we got conquest of Gabu against Mali. Mali is with Katsina, Timbuktu, and Yao. So I'm going to say yes because it's Castile and I'm trying to hold on to that friendship. But this is going to hurt because I'm going to be next to those countries. So we got to, one nice thing is you could always click on this map to see who we're at war with. So green, of course, is us. And you can see the red zones here. That's who we're at war with. And the red zones are fairly far away from us, but they will march across these areas to attack us. So I'm going to at least march this across so I have a 4K army. And then boom, we got the credit. Look at that. We actually circumnavigated. And holy cow, I've never done it in my life. Did you see I just got an achievement for it? Well, no, you only get achievements if you do it in hard and Iron Man mode. So that is, I probably have done it before, just not in Iron Man mode. But we get 100 prestige for doing it and 40 Navy tradition. I actually thought it was going to be a bit better of a reward, but 100 prestige is amazing. In fact, that's the highest you can go. And look at that. We're getting global trade power plus 15%, army morale through the roof. I mean, it's just it's nowhere but down from here, folks. But it also means that we're probably going to be considered as a world power. Okay, so I want nothing to do with this war, is really what I'm trying to say here. And I could try to attack Mali up here. And you can see Mali's coming through and terrorizing the Spanish provinces here. And I'm going to switch it back to, you can see right here, the Spanish provinces are all being taken over. And I'm going up to try to hold on. And the problem is I'm probably going to lose. And it said, oh, look at that. I just lost this territory over here. So they're coming for us. There's nothing I can do about it. I could create a leader. In fact, I'm going to assign this guy because he's got a bonus against pagans. So I'm going to do that. And it might be too late. Yes, it is. And yeah, we lost miserably. And so they're going to take all of our little provinces down here. Having 4 sets of infantry against 16,000 is not going to win, even if you do have a higher... All right, an explorer just left us, so I think that's this guy. So I need to move him here. It would be nice to just get peace with this, whoever this is. So let's see if I can do that, because they're annoying. So if I pay 10% of my income each month, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. And then they want 760? No, that's way too much. Holy cow, that's what they want. Well, I'm going to let Spain pay the reparations then, because I probably won't have to. It's just that all these provinces are going to be not mine for a while. Yeah, those African nations, you don't want to mess with them too much. Look at this, 34,000 armies sitting on this Canary Island. Okay, so here I need to upgrade a ship, but I'm going to pay off a loan first. Yeah, I'm not making that much money because my forts aren't mothballed and stuff like that anymore. Yeah, they're just taking over everything I got down there. Nothing I can do. So this is an awesome one because we can make them lose influence but gain loyalty. Dang it, I'm going to have to go into another loan. Hurts so bad. Then I had to renew a loan. I didn't even see what that last one was. I think I was supposed to... So Morocco just fabricated a claim against us, so we might be going to war soon. But yeah, I gotta wait until Spain decides that this war is over. I don't know why Spain went to war, like what they were hoping to accomplish, but they really screwed the pooch there. And here, like these areas are these are natives. Okay, so I'm not saying don't fear the natives, but the thing you want to fear is when it's, you know, England and Scotland, because those are bigger wars. But these one province natives are usually pretty easy to take out. But don't, I mean, this little 5K army, you need a bit more than that. I mean, you're going to need like 10K to take them down because they'll have 5K themselves. And look at this. Spain went down here. So now I think what I get to do is the Treaty of Tordesillas or whatever it is. I think I get to tell them to get out. I just don't remember where I have to go to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the royal marriage. We'll do that for sure. But I'm pretty sure this is illegal. What they're doing down here is something the Pope does not allow. And there's some kind of way that I can tell them to get out. I just don't remember how. It might be through the papal menu. And give me a second. I'm going to actually try to look it up. I know you can't see my screen, Um, okay, sorry, I was reading something that was not very helpful. Okay, so with the El Dorado download or DLC, the first Catholic nation to form a colonial nation will be assigned that region. That nation and their colonial nation will get a +10 to settler growth, blah, blah, blah. If another Catholic nation starts colonizing a province in that region, they will get a severe penalty for having violated the treaty. They get -20 settler penalty and a -10 papal influence and -50 modifier and to the papal state's opinion of them. Also, the nation that has the claim gets a -200 modifier to the opinion of them. If the nation owning is completely annexed, So apparently there's no way to kick them out. It's just a matter of they get a bunch of penalties for going there. And I guess you could argue that the AI may actually get penalized. Who knows? But they're colonizing an area that they shouldn't be. And I don't know if I have a way to look at like the papal's opinion of them. I think there is a way to do it, but I don't have that. Here we go. Show opinions of Castile. And if I the papal state's opinion is 200. So it's not even less at all. So I don't know what's going on. That should be triggering, but it's not. It's all the more reason why we maybe want to start switching alliances and going to war with Castile, because Castile's not doing anything to help us, and all they're doing is making our lives miserable. All right, so I could try to go after this colony here, but if I do, they're just going to march their armies down and take it. So let's do something else. So I can go try to take Brazil, but Spain's already there, so they're doing their damage. And we already have the island hopping happening. So I'm going to just try to keep taking South Africa here to prevent them from getting those. And these should all be in the, yeah, they're all part of the whatchamacallit, the charter, the trade charter. So do that. Let's see if we can pay off some loans. Those I got to get up to 170. Man, this is some serious money I owe back. And my ports are blockaded by Mali, of all places. All right, so here I have a 80% chance to gain 100 administrative power, or a 20% chance that our monarch just gets a +1 boost to his, which of course he would have to be alive for another 100 months to break even, but that's still not bad. They're both good. Let's see which one we get. We got the 100. All right, so we finished Wake. So remember we had one person doing Africa, one person doing Brazil, and then one person doing these little island hopping things to prevent them from being able to hop. So this one, of course, they'll eventually take. This one is real easy for them to take. This one's real easy for them to take. We can keep trying to take all these islands away from them, it does work, because then they have to have enough range to overcome all that. Or I can use my settler to try to take all of the East Indies, which, excuse me, is a big deal, right? Because that's where all the money is. Or I can try to take all of South America, and then maybe, I know Spain is here, or Castile, but we can at least take everything else, and then this colony is going to be so powerful that these two little provinces won't be able to do anything against it. Those are our options. Um, I think ideally I was planning on doing this or this, but I think with the war going on, I don't really want to mess around up there. I think, yeah, we're already sending a colonist to this one, so I could try to. I'm going to continue my plan of just having one on each. So we're just going to do more of the islands to prevent the AI from hopscotching. The AI does try to play within the rules. It's just that sometimes the AI gets bonus stuff. So they still play within the rules, but they get extra manpower, extra things that we don't get. Which, I know, I get it, that means it's not by the rules, but hopefully you understand what I mean. They can't hopscotch or go beyond the range that they're allowed to go. All right, so here I would gain loyalty from one, lose loyalty from another. Here I get money and lose loyalty from one. What am I getting for the loyalty now? I am getting a land maintenance modifier. I'm going to take the money because I would like to get this debt taken care of ASAP. And that gives us, yeah, we're doing great. So we got a new pope, which of course, we aren't really trying hard to do. This increases the number of states we can have, which is fine. We have our casus belli against Morocco. I have no idea when Spain's going to reach a peace settlement, but we're still at war. Castile has been participating at 39%. We're sitting at minus 25 because Castile sucks. They can't even win a war against Africa right now. That's not good. And our leader died. We're at 57 bucks. So here's what I need to start doing. I want to upgrade our ship. So let's at least do that. And, ooh, Belatung. Where is Belatung? Okay, it's this little island way out here. So we either increase our tax, increase the manpower, we're going to do base production. And that's important just because of the nature of the place that we're talking about here. And Belatung, for example, makes coffee. So we want to actually try to improve upon this. So it would take 83 months at $5 a month. Whew. That is pricey. I'm going to mothball my forts. See if that helps. It did. Once considered unfit for growing anything, put to use. The general availability of food is higher than ever before. In this century will bring as much benefit as common man as grown food is much less scarce than it was. Okay, so that's just something that happened to Castile. Yay for them. This is 10% less to hire new troops. All for that. One of our advisors died, but as you can see, we're not making any money right now. So who are we at war with? Okay. They keep blockading us and giving us casus bellis and then removing it. It's a little annoying. That's what all those pop-ups are. I think what I want to do... Oh, I don't have enough. Here we go. Colonial East America is the sole domain of Castile. Jeez. The Treaty of Tordesillas, it was always it was more of a you got kicked out. Like you couldn't colonize a certain area. It was enforced. Let's raise war taxes. That should help us. I'm going to take the money. So we could produce something which is beneficial. This is where it gets hard because we can produce something or we can invest in our trade charters. And I don't know which of the two is a better investment of money. And obviously, see here, like manpower plus 50%. I mean, it's really good if you get it in your primary areas. I just feel like we need to boost the areas we can. Oh, look at this. We are producing gems, folks. Right there. $5 pop. And these are just pop-ups left and right because they keep blockading us and then removing it. I don't know how they're blockading us. We're not at war with them. So we just got 2 production in Costa de Oro. Alright, it's finally over. Well, Tuscany accepted peace. Well, actually, let's see if we can. Like, after a period of time, see white peace, they're willing to accept it. So I'm going to do a white peace with them. And so we're finally at peace. And I don't know why Spain is at peace. We weren't the leaders of the war, were we? We didn't even do anything. So the good news is all of our provinces remained intact, even though we lost those 4,000 troops there. And I'm going to, yep, we mothballed the forts. And I'm going to lower the army maintenance again because we still need as much money as we can get. And that didn't seem to help very much. Well, the missionary maintenance is $5 right now. That's a very expensive missionary. It's on the other end of the world, I guess. Colonial Caribbean is now belonging to France. We got Brazil. I'm okay with Brazil. I don't care about the other ones as much. As you can see, you cannot go after all of them. We lost a military leader, so these +2 guys are nice, but look at that, $6 monthly. You just can't do it. And this one is a Muslim one. It's an interesting choice. Castile, battling against Morocco. I think this is where we part ways with Castile. I'm not interested in another war that I'm going to lose. I'm going to go ahead and just lose the 5 prestige. And I didn't realize I had 3 missionaries. So I can do even more, but they can be pretty expensive, although 90 cents isn't bad. And then $1.50 is a bit much. But we'll go ahead and do it. Get them all going. Death the spies. All right, so we're no longer allied with Castile. And we did break our alliance, which does hurt us a bit. But let's see if we can get allied with France. And that's the issue. See, it's minus 204. They're allied to our rival, Burgundy and Aragon. So that's an issue. So can we change our rival is the next question. I don't know if we can. So I need ours. So for example, I would love to click on them, but I can't. So I can't change the rivals. So that's our big problem. We're not likely going to get France on our side for that reason. Then see, trust is minus 26, and it's largely because I just broke a treaty. So really hard to just jump out of one treaty and get into another. And if I probably should have just clicked here. There are 7 nations willing to ally with me, and all of them are crappy African or somewhere else nations. So another thing is when you click on your build view, to build, I know we've been using this as our guide, but you can look here and you can see that anywhere that's green. So, for example, this is where my primary tax revenue comes from. So I'm going to go ahead and click, and we want to get our primary mainland provinces to have as maximum amount of taxes as possible. And look at this. I'm getting close to being at my maximum. And it's largely probably because I'm far enough along in my tech. See, I'm getting a penalty. And there you need 987 and we'll be able to upgrade this. Or maybe if I can spend diplomacy points on something else, like strengthen government, already at its highest. What else can I spend points on? This one takes 98 of the 956, so we can pump it up by 1%. And another 98. So let's do it again. And let's go up to 20%. So in doing so, it's now made our trade power modifiers even higher. And for whatever reason, I have a colonist and I didn't realize it. So I got one doing the island thing, one down there. Oh, I need to get one over here in Brazil. So we went up as far as we can go, and you can see the natives actually move. That's a pretty cool feature of the game. This one was way over here at some point. So now I'm going to go down. I wonder why our maintenance is so low. We have 3 of them out and I'm only paying $4. Oh, there we go. Now we're at 6. So I can make states. So this one, Mahi is the 3rd one. Where's Mahi? It's that one there. Sure, why not? Where else can I make a state? I'm not interested in East Micronesia yet. I think if you make them a state, they leave the trade charter. Don't want to do that. Same with down there. So we just got 100 population here. So we got a +1 to our papal. So we just converted those guys and wake. So that should get us, yep. So we just got some extra money back there. That missionary that's costing us 5 a month is brutal. I don't even know if that was worth it, but I did it anyways, as you know. Zosa is self-sustaining. So we're locking this down pretty hard. And you can see that nobody's really tried to swing around it yet, even if Spain is here and there. So I'm just going to keep the swing going. And I'm going to take this spot just because it's easiest for people to reach. So we're going to get an uprising in Braganca. I don't even know where Braganca is. Oh, it is one of ours. Right here. All right, so we would get an uprising, but we would gain loyalty. So first thing we want to do is get our army maintenance up and then wait before we answer the question. So that way we can so now that our maintenance yep, so we got pirates coming. I knew that was coming. So this is going to happen. This needs a leader. He only has 2 pips. That was awful. And boom, we kick them out. Lickety split. We got some stuff we can do. That one's relatively cheap, so I'll send that one out. I think with the uprising, nope, we don't have to do that. But I am going to reduce my army maintenance again, because that was $9. Oh, it was high because I needed to reinforce. But I'm still going to lower it. All right, so Meritus finished. And we said Mahi, this one here, we need to do. So let's do that. Make it a core. All right, so I can buy stuff, but I keep forgetting I need to keep my explorer going. And I don't have an explorer to do anything because you need to have 3 ships. So what I want to do is I want to build, so we went from early Carrack to Carrack. So I want to build 2 more ships. So 1, and I need $50 to build another one. And if that, there we go, 2. So now we got 2 ships going. I know that cost $100, but that's what I said when we did the circumnavigate the globe. It's going to cost us, and it definitely did. 200 population is awesome. And there we go. We got T. So you can see T. Oh, that's not a very expensive one, but it might get more expensive as. So we can get +1 promoted cultures and build a trade station. And here it shows you. So the brig is actually the transport. I didn't even realize that. So if we come back up here, oh, where's our navy? This one with all the flutes and stuff. I need $132 to get those upgraded. I definitely don't want to lose a base tax. They would gain 15 loyalty, though. That would have been nice, but... Colony quarantine. Okay, so Coimbra's on the mainland. I think we want to always get taxes higher there. It is, manpower is not something to ignore, because if you get your manpower up enough, you can really field some really large armies. It's just that you need money to field your army, and as you can see, I'm still bringing my army maintenance down because I'm not doing a great job of. So many things just popped up. First one, let's do the idea, and it's going to let us get extra 15 settlers, which I think is awesome. Land maintenance modifier -5. That means it's going to cost 5% less for the maintenance of our troops. So that'll make them cheaper. So that's awesome. And then the global settler increase +15. That's forever because that's an idea of ours. So where's the settlers? +125 right now. So that's really good. We're definitely going to get that going. And then Age of Reformation. Remember I told you, oh, look at that. We converted 10 provinces. So by sending out those missionaries, we actually did accomplish something. And we're going to be able to take one of these. So resistance to Reformation +90%. This is interesting because I think what it means is you're not going to, become Protestant. Wow, that's it could be interesting. I think we're sort of shielded from it. I mean, Portugal's not, in Central Europe. Blockade impact, war score, mercenaries. We don't hire mercenaries very much. You need lots of money to do that. Ship trade power +20%. Like that might be worth it. Institution spread and prestige per development. We get more prestige. This one would actually work for us, but I'm going to do the trade power, even though I don't have that many ships assigned. The few ships I do will get extra power. Extra trade means more money for us. All right, so gain 1 base tax, or if I'll take the tax. Got some livestock going. I'm at 150, so I can build more stuff, or I can start working on my my charters. That's still a tough choice. I think I need like 300 to do a charter thing. So we just lost our Master of Mint. That's not cool. There's another one, reduces inflation. Here, missionary strength +2%. I'm going to take that guy because we've been sending out missionaries, and that should help us to get that one missionary back home, the one that's costing me $5. I guess actually he did finish, so that's good. Get improved drainage. So with that stronger missionary, you can see even though these are more costly, it is less total months. So I'm going to send these two out. I know it's going to cost me a fortune again, but we're going to go ahead and do it while I have the money. And yeah, so I think I want to get my home provinces as powerful as possible because I want to improve my trade power because my home province here is getting $19. And you can see it's getting 7 locally and 16 is coming from abroad, from overseas, and then 4 is being pushed out by, whoever, these two countries. So we're at 19 and I'm getting 15 of that 19, which is excellent. And so that's what we want to do. This 19 number, we need to get this higher, whether it's through overseas or whatever. And we need to improve our production overseas. That's really what is going to make that grow. And one of the ways we can do that is we can come here, for example, and try to improve. So see this trade value here, by upping that, we just improved the trade value by a little bit, and then that's going to make this go up. So we're transferring 396. The local was 394. That should change. So, I mean, I only added 6 cents, right? And it added 5 cents for there. But that's the idea, right? And I only bumped this by 2. I went from a 1 to a 3. I mean, the 1 is pathetically low. 3 is also pathetically low. But you saw just how that little bit made the difference, right? So if you get these developed enough, you can really start pushing some serious trade back home. And that's the idea. Now, by having Brazil here as its own little country, let's, for example, look at that trade node. You can see this trade node is producing 2, and we're transferring $1.20, and we don't even have a merchant here. But this is slowly becoming more powerful, and you can see, here you go, here's Portuguese Brazil. They have almost as much power as we do there. And that's the part that's awesome. Because, and I know they're trying to make their own money, and they will, but that's, and so what I can do here is I can try to transfer and maybe take the Safia one away. And in fact, I'm going to do that now. And so there, I just jumped up to $1.37, and I'm okay with that. So we're pushing $1.80. I got rid of the Safi guy, so there's still 211 going up to Sevilla. I made that go up to 280 or whatever. But what I need to do is I want my trade, so like $9 is going to Seville out of, the money that's here at the Ivory Coast. This one is going to the Ivory Coast, right? So we're pushing everything back to Seville. And then down here, we're pushing 100% of the money back. And then if we keep going up, for example, I think I'm in this one here. You can see Portugal. We have 43% of the trade power here. So I can actually start transferring this trade out. Or, as you can see, if you have India, we can transfer trade there. And we even have a presence here right now. So Portugal should be here. So we're transferring 37 cents. And look, they got $9 coming into this one. So it's up to 14. So that's a really nice producing one. What's this one have? That one only has 6. I mean, just to put it in perspective, this is only 84 cents. So these ones are going to be more because there's more developed natives, right? There's actual natives there producing things. Now, our trade power is going to go up largely because we're going to produce buildings that they don't have because our tech level is higher than theirs. And so because of all those reasons, we're getting some really good percentage. Like right here, our trade power is at 40%, even though we're way lower than everybody else. Malacca here is at 269. We're only at 10. But if I'm willing to produce some stuff, I can really get this pushed and see how it goes all the way down to here, which is then we're going to push it forward. So I think what I'm going to do is I have these 3 islands here. Zanzibar, which is making fish. This one, also making fish, and making fish. So what I can do is I can, you can see here we got some strong production, and then this one, of course, is still a colony. That's the reason why we have a presence here of 26. So we only need to get to 88 to take it. I can start building some buildings in these places, trade centers, and then push this down as well. Or I could make it into, what I probably should do is for this one, I should put this one as a trade charter. I spent all that money to turn it into Catholic, but I really could make this into a trade charter. That's an interesting idea. So a trade company in the East Indies would be really good. That doubles my trade power. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we were at 10.8. Now we're at 12.2. So look at this. We're transferring 50 cents to Bengal. Why are we transferring to Bengal? That's way up here. I want to transfer to here. So how do I change where they're transferring to? So let's say I want to do the one in Tunis, and I want them to go to the Cape of Good Hope, not to Bengal. Holy cow, sweating sickness spreads through Lisboa. I'll lose the diplomatic power on that one. Okay, East Indian trade route happens to us. Trade efficiency plus 5%. Oh, here we go. It finally switched to Cape of Good Hope, which is what I wanted. So we're now pushing $1.39 to the Cape of Good Hope, which is exactly what we wanted to see here. Boy, we got a lot going on. So we just finished this. Let's get this going before I forget. So we got another colonist going. Let's come back over to here. So you can see here we got $1.42 going out, and it's because of our trade power, which is not that great yet. So we're still sitting at just 18, but we are at 48% there. And so that's pushing the money away from Bengal. So Bengal's no longer getting the money, and that money is now thundering down to here. And so see, this now went. This was $2. We just bumped it up by $1.54. So now $1.54 extra is going to here, and then from here, this was $9 and something. So you can see it's slightly less than $1.50, but we didn't lose that much. Almost 100% of it is trickling into here, and then from there, our trade dollars. Look, we're making 17.88 now, and so we're rocking it. So that's the idea, right? Is you get your trade going, and you push the money with your merchants, and then the magic happens. Okay, we only have one single province here, but I am going to do something here. You can see we have these two empty buildings. I'm going to build this, which increases their trade power by 50%. And so that's going to help my trade company to compete against everybody else. This is a situation where I'm very much competing with a lot of other countries. This one down here, we're not competing with anybody. And then, of course, up here, we are competing a lot. And so this one, you can see they are diverting some money away. So we want to make sure that there's a marketplace in all of these places. And it's probably better represented by clicking on the marketplace. And we can see where we haven't built one yet. So here and here, you can see we could build marketplaces, but they don't really show much of a profit coming our way. But it does help increase trade power somewhat. What's going on there? Why is it that they're saying, well, because these are crappy. They're just 111s. So you have 1.9 trade power. So if we increase that by 50%, that's the situation. That one, though, is 19. don't think that belongs. Oh yeah, that does belong to us. So let's build one here. Let's see what happens. So that's at 19.5. It's going to take a while for the building to finish. In fact, 313 days. Morocco declared war on us. Oh, come on. All right, I'm at an hour and 10, so let me pause this. I will get this uploading, and then we'll continue the game.